Hey guys, welcome back. It's Mob Vlog. Don't even think of going anywhere today. You have to see what I'm about to show you guys. Number one, where were we last week? We didn't do one last week. That's because we were standing in front of the Welcome to Las Vegas sign. And Red was out here in Las Vegas. But he was here for a specific reason. And we didn't say why exactly. We went live for a second when he got to town. But Red was rummaging around his place, and he found these tapes right here. These tapes are from 1988. I'm gonna play you some of it. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna turn this on. This old VHS tape right here. I'm gonna turn it on. 1988, Red Wemette, and it's not going to focus here. Red. Well, anyways, it says Red Wemette, Frank Schweihs, and Lenny Cross. That's right. This is footage of Frank Schweihs. I'm going to play you guys some of this today. And we're going to play it. You can see, you're going to hear what Frank sounded like. You're going to get to see how he handled himself, how the words he chose to use. You're going to see all of it. So we're going to play, not the whole video. There's 3 hours of this. 3 hours. So you're not going to get to see it all. But let's go ahead and let's roll a little bit. Check this out, guys.
Say to Scott D. Jennings, today's date is April 14th, 1988. Installed a new tape on the Niagara and the VCR to record conversations between William R. Wemette, Leonard R. Cross, and Frank Schweihs. Mr. Wemette will put the time and date of each recording at the conclusion of the recording. Shut the tapes off now.
Red.
Brings back memories.
Thank you, number one. First off, thank you for. I'm saying thank you for all the prescribers here. This is cool. This is huge. This is really cool.
You're welcome, Adam.
Yeah, thank you. And let me say quick hellos: Frank Ferraro, Evil Rev, Don Berlin, Michael Graham, Mike Alexander, Dave Grimpy. I said it right. Haha, got it. Jim Magnifici, all of you guys, Outfit Boss, Chain Weaver. You guys are all here. It's good to see you guys. Scott H. South Shore Oil. Thanks for joining the channel, buddy.
Yeah,
go check out the members only content. There's a video in there of Frank Collada, him marrying a couple in Tony Spilatro's bedroom. I'm sorry, front room. Let me say it right. Front room. So, Brad, did you have a good time out here in Vegas?
I had a great time. Adam is a gracious host. He took me around, showed me everything.
And you got to do the ghost tour while you were out here.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Mob tour, ghost tour. I tell you what, I definitely want to endorse his tours because they're very informative and they're things you wouldn't read in books. You're not going to read about them.
Hey, Lori Smith, thanks for joining the channel. Thanks for tuning in. It's great to always see a new face. And welcome, Lori. We look forward to having you around here for a little while. So you guys want to see that these tapes are incredible. Nobody's writing anything in the comments about these tapes, and you would think that that people would be excited about this. I guess you guys aren't excited.
Ask the audience if they want to see more.
Yeah, I mean, we could play a couple of more minutes of this. Actually, I mean, all we just showed you was FBI agent Jennings standing there saying, "I just installed this camera." I mean, we haven't actually seen Frank Schweihs walk in and go, "Hey, what's going on? You need a roll-off box?" And telling Red how to cook Italian beef sandwiches. What are you drinking there, Red?
Glenfiddich Scotch. 21-year-old.
That's
great. Single malt.
That's the bottle I brought you in Vegas.
Yes, it was.
And you guys got it sitting on the table behind you right there, huh?
Yeah.
So Red's drinking scotch. I'm drinking coffee, and Red's drinking scotch. What the hell? This is going to be an interesting show today. Calzone 83, Kevin Rose, Paul Brown, RV Doc, all of you guys, Joe Clark, man, everybody's, you guys want to see more of the tape. Want to see more of the tape, more of the tape, more of the tape. I even missed somebody. Jim Yeager, Kevin Rose, Leo Mendez. All right, check it out. All right, let's play a little bit more of the tape for him. All right, does that sound good?
Just
maybe maybe another. Let's just play like 60 seconds. Let's at least see Frank the German. Okay, here we go, guys.
You know what you got there is. I was surprised you retrieved it off of the VCR.
So let me tell you something. Those tapes, guys. I have tapes from the 80s, and they deteriorate. These have been preserved pretty well, I have to say. My tapes from the 90s are more disintegrated than Red's tapes from 1988. Now, mine were shot with a low quality VHS camera that you held on your shoulder, you know, and Red had the highest tech equipment at the time, right? Because it was F.B.I. equipment that made these videos. So that's a good help. That's why it's somewhat in resolution. But as far as making out Frank Schweihs' face, not so great. And that's not going to be able to be fixed because you can't take a picture.
Actually, we couldn't fix it in court either because it's the way it was shot. But you can recognize the
voice. The voice is clear. Now, that's the part that I sat and I've been cleaning. I've been cleaning the audio, and you saw me clean a little over when you were here. Yeah. And it did. It cleaned it up. I have to play with it more though to get it better. But let's watch a little bit more of it. Let's watch some more. All right.
Say to Scott D. Jennings, today's date is April 14th, 1988. Install a new tape on the Niagara and the VCR to record conversations between William R. Wemette, Leonard R. Cross, and Frank Schweihs. Mr. Wemette will put the time and date of each recording. At the conclusion of the recording, shut the tapes off now.
It's now 15 minutes to 12 on the 4th of April, or 4th of May, 1980. I'm talking to Frank Schweihs.
Everybody's fucking assholes. I'm in the statue, but the fire fucking tanks, and they told me he's in Wisconsin, or something to say, so.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what
I told you, he told me he was going to Indiana one week, and
he's building something out there, addition or some homes or something where him and Jimmy Rittenberg got the fucking,
I got a mate here.
that jukebox Saturday night or some fucking shit.
Where's me?
These guys get out right on the 30th? Yeah.
Heather will walk upstairs or something. Guess you can.
Yeah. So,
I want down.
what I'll do then, need a roll-off, right?
I want to make the bar.
You need a roll-off here, right?
Yeah.
I'll make arrangements with somebody else then.
Right on the street. Right on the street.
Yeah, well, here, I know
It's
that.
right across my driveway on the street.
Yeah, but you gotta block that space out when I make the arrangements. Give me the phone over here, so I can call Lenny and Tom. I don't know where this asshole's at, Lance, so you know what I'm gonna do? I wanna go see somebody else for the roll-off, but I'll call you a day. If I call you tonight or tomorrow and say, hey, it's gonna be there early in the morning, 6:30 or 7, you got the block,
You know where the yellow
wanted to
marks?
join off.
Remember the yellow marks are on my driveway?
Yeah. Actually, you still gotta put a car there and block it off. Yeah.
We'll block it. What about?
This guy needs like, he's gonna need the space where your driveway is, just to get the front end in.
Yeah.
Then drop the box, and when he comes back, he's gotta, So you got to leave that open for him. Yeah, I went over by his office.
What do you guys think so far? He's talking about a roll. Okay, first off, a lot of comments.
A dumpster.
Okay, in the beginning, let's go through this though. In the beginning, you're standing off to the side and you say, I'm about to talk to Frank Schweihs. Your hair's a mess, Red. You look like you're like it's 12 o'clock and my hair's a mess. You look like you're in your pajamas.
I am. I always wore pajamas for one reason. So you can never say, why don't we take a ride over here?
Good thinking.
And I said, Lenny, go with him. Lenny, go with him.
So you're in your pajamas because you don't want him to invite you to go out somewhere for a ride. Right. Good thinking.
A couple of times he asked me, he said, why don't you get dressed? We'll go for a ride.
So yeah, this is, I can't.
Why did I need the dumpster? Michael's asking why I need the dumpster. I had closed the Glory Hole Tavern and I was making a store and building a store out for it. And so I need to totally gut it and remodel it. Get the bar out there, everything.
Do you realize the power of the people that you were around? Andy Mack's asking.
Oh yeah. Well, he mentioned Pete Chiavarelli in there. He mentioned Jimmy Rittenberg, all the Jukebox Saturday Night, all the places the mob owned. Because he had a piece of them.
Outfit Boss says he sounds scary. He does. He's got a deep voice too.
He never scared me.
Okay. Yes. This is Ted N says sounds exactly like I thought he would. It's true. Yeah, it sounds like a real gangster is what Outfit Boss says. Well, he was, and that's what. Yeah, Ted N here. Why, Red? When he was coming into your house so comfortably, he looks like he's at home.
Yes, he always made himself at home. In some of the videos, I bring him a Stolichnaya vodka that I used to keep special for him over at the bar. Used to keep that in the freezer, really. But he was always relaxed. There's other segments where he puts his leg over the armchair while he's talking to me. And there's a Niagara underneath the armchair. That's the backup recorder. It was
okay. So this is how Tony was too when he would come by.
Oh yeah. Okay. But that wasn't at that house. This was after Tony was murdered.
But you were JW, was that the first time that Frank was at your house?
No. No.
See, that's why he looked so comfortable, because he used to stop in.
The first time he met me at the house, he came by and he talked to me standing over by the fireplace, and he said, "My reputation precedes me, son." And I said, "Yes, I know, Frank." And that was to say no funny business, you know?
So exactly. So there's more to this video, guys. This video, by the way, these are 3 hours. 3 hours of 3 hours of Frank Schweihs sitting there talking to Red. And they talk about, and I haven't been able to watch it all. It was very busy this last week. I've been very busy. I haven't gotten to watch it all. I cleaned up the one video and I put a piece up here for you guys to see. We're going to play the whole thing through. So don't go anywhere. We're going to play, I don't know what it is, 6 or 7 minutes.
There are segments of that, not this, I don't know which tape it's on because I didn't watch them all at them with you. But there's segments on those tapes where I'm screaming at him. I'm really, calling him all kinds of names and idiot, whatever. And instead of getting angry at me, he goes, "Calm down, Red. Calm down. Relax. Sit down. Have a drink. Do something." And he's very friendly. Very, very friendly.
He called you son. I hear him call you son.
Always.
He's like, "Listen, son." Yeah. Did Frank ever search your house for audio or video equipment? Terry Carlino.
No.
Never. But you did have.
Emphatically. As a matter of fact, I told him, I said, Marshall's in jail at the time he was. I said, so-and-so got murdered. Joey Lombardo's in jail. Everybody's in jail. So I don't want you sending anybody else around here. Don't come by. Don't send nobody else around here. I don't want to meet nobody else. And that's what he was talking about in the video. He turns around and says, something to the effect, I told everybody not to bother you, not to come near. If there wasn't any money, if it's 5 months, I don't care. I'll take it out of my pocket, whatever.
I also heard him talking to you about how you're supposed to make Italian beefs.
Yes.
I heard him. Yeah, he talks to you about just random guys. By the way, he says some things in the videos a couple of times, right, where he's like, I had to defang this guy before I, did him, things like that.
Oh, he tells me, he says, before you go out and scrap with that guy, make sure you defang him first. I said, defang him? And he said, yeah, take the piece off him if he's got a pistol.
Okay, so Man on the Moon, thank you for mentioning it. Yes, we are going to be putting captions into the video. That was something Red and I were just talking about going, it's going to be a lot of work is we're going to have to sit here and listen because sometimes they both talk at the same time. So they step on each other. So it's hard to understand what's being said. And of course, the loss of quality of the video, I'm trying to clean up as much as I can to get rid of the background noise, to really isolate just the words that are coming out of their mouths. So anyway, that's what we're going to do now, and there'll be captions to them. So yes. Now, are we going to post these videos? Are we going to sell the videos? Somebody said we should put them on eBay. That'd be hilarious. Let's put Alaric Goth. Let's sell them on eBay. Yeah, great idea. Were you kicking up envelopes to Frank? Scott H is asking.
Yes,
that's what he was there to do.
That's what he said. I'll be the only person that comes and sees you from now on. Nobody will ever bother you again. You're with me. You're with me. And nobody steps on me.
So was that location on the filming of the tapes at? Was it at Red's house or apartment?
That was above the porn shop. It was a big place. I mean, there's another story above there with the bedrooms. And he had to walk up a flight of stairs in the beginning. That's why he wasn't in the scene. He hit the buzzer. I knew it was him. That's when I went to turn on the light and set the sound action. Kind of like acting. It was very much like acting.
Yeah. Wow.
As a matter of fact, there's a couple FBI's that told me afterwards I deserved an Academy Award that I'll never get.
It's hilarious. Outfit Boss wants to know, who was Leonard Cross?
He was my partner. I had agoraphobia and for years. And he was my partner in business, but he did all my street work in like going to court or whatever was necessary, because I couldn't actually be there without panic attacks. So he did all my bidding, whatever I needed to do on the street, but we called him a partner. I made him a partner. There was never any contract. We just said we're partners. It was a Jersey shake.
Got it. Will Wahardo wants to know, did Frank ever bring up Spilatro Brothers while you guys were sitting there talking? Any reason to?
Not in this particular one, but I had to get it back out of him because he'd already told me about it. He told me how the whole his incident happened. And so that's when we got through, and I had to kind of lead him into it and say, that was a shame it happened that way. You got to work him to get things out of him. Right. Sometimes you got to play dumb. You got to play completely stupid. You don't ask him, didn't you say this or didn't you say, because then he's going to feel he's getting trapped.
Uh-huh. Gotcha. Wayne Connors, how long did you record these meetings with Frank? How long does this go on for?
About 17 months.
Okay. It's a pretty long time. Outfit Boss. So Frank looks like he's smaller than Red. Yes, he does look like he's smaller than Red.
He was smaller. At that time, I was 6'1", and
at that time, huh? You gotten bigger since then? You're 6'2"
now? I've been shrinking as I get old.
As you're shrinking. Here, this is you and I standing next to each other in front of the Welcome to Las Vegas sign a couple of days ago. Now, I'm 6'5". Red's got to be at least 6 foot, 6'1". And in that video, you can see how tall Frank Schweihs is, which we're going to play. We're going to play the whole thing through here in a little while, so don't go anywhere. But you can see how tall he is. in that thing. Now, what my favorite part though of Red coming out here to Vegas was that no, my favorite part of the whole trip, Red, I gotta be honest with you, is when we were sitting inside Windy City Beefs and Dogs. Now, Red said to me, "Man, I don't have any beef sandwiches, good beef sandwiches, Italian beefs, and where I live." So, I said, "Well, this place, they bring everything from Chicago. It's the Vienna beef dogs. It's the real deal, right? They have the Green River
too.
They have the poppy seeds on it.
Against the law in Florida.
It's against the law in Florida. Now, my favorite part was that Red and we went to Windy City Beefs and Dogs, and we had Italian beefs. Red had Italian beefs 3 days in a row. 3 days in a row. Let's go to Windy City Beefs. I'm telling you, now I've got to lose weight.
I had a beef combo there too.
You had the sausage and beef thing. We ate. Well, we went out and ate. That was really good. It was a lot of fun. It really was. And Red's coming back again, so that should be interesting. We're going to do some other things. And Joe Clark, that's a great photo. Thank you. Red drinks scotch, class act. We drink pints of lager in the UK. What would you guys in Chicago back then usually drink? What would you have drank back in those? You used to drink scotch back then, right?
21-year scotch. That's all I drink.
Right. So what year did the recording start, Red? JW's wanting to know.
That started on January of 1987. And Tony was murdered in June of 1986.
Right.
And he had told me the story about everything. And I went to the U.S. attorney. I went over the FBI, said. I just called the U.S. attorney direct, and they were mad. And I set up a meeting at the Holiday Inn at Madison Halsted. And the agent went with me. But, they told me in the beginning, they said, "You'll never get him to talk because he doesn't talk about anything." I said, "What are you joking? He tells me everything. This guy is, he just tells me everything." And so after the first video, they were in shock. They said, "Oh, we got to hide." That's probably why they didn't bring me out for the Schuessler-Peterson murders.
Okay.
Because, I was too valuable to them there.
Yeah.
And that did sit, and we did get it later.
So Man in the Moon says, how did Red manage to keep it together? He broke keto. Managed to keep it together for 17 months. If he'd been discovered, imagine the consequences.
17 months. I kept it together 20 years. I just taped that part.
That's just a little part that you taped, right?
Oh, yeah.
Got it. Neon Vacation, thanks for showing up, and glad that you're enjoying the show. Will Rajardo, Big Red, coming clutch with the footage. So insane. How are we being blessed with this? I don't know. There's been a lot of blessings happening. What can I say?
Adam.
It's like I said, thank you again. I'm saying thank you for everybody right now on the channel. That this is incredible. This is really, really, really cool. So, this is really cool. You guys want to see that a little bit more of it? I mean, we could watch. Here's the thing. When I play this, it's going to start at the beginning each time. I can't cue it up. So I'm going to have to watch through that beginning part again. But I want to point something out in the beginning part that you guys didn't look for yet, that you haven't noticed yet. Look to the right in the picture when they walk in. In some of Red's bedtime stories, you see him sitting in a chair and there's a big white vase right next to him. That vase is sitting there in this picture. It's sitting right next to Frank Schweihs, the same vase that sits next to Red in some of his videos.
That was a hand-blown glass imported from Italy. And I kept it. I think I paid $600 for it in Chicago. I got it at the Merchandise Mart. And there's also pictures and also Poseidon. I still have Poseidon hanging on my wall over here.
Right. Adam's more excited to get these tapes of Frank Schweihs than Gianni Russo was when he slept with Marilyn Monroe. Yeah, I am excited about this, guys. I mean,
except Gianni Russo never really slept with Marilyn Monroe. I don't buy that.
Yeah, I actually got the tapes. These are the tapes. And I'm fascinated going through some of them because I've already digitized all of them. And I'm just fascinated going through and yeah, I thought you were Duke of Dunhurst. I thought you were going to say that Frank was in the vase. Oh my God.
No.
Oh my God. Don't say something like that. Wayne Connors. I'm sorry. I don't know all of Red's backstory. When did he start recording these guys? Quick, Red, could you, for everybody, and by the way, guys, smash the like button. I haven't said it yet. Hit the dang like button. All right. I know you guys like this video, so be sure to let others know. You get the YouTube's algorithms will get it out there. This is awesome, guys. Yes, it is. It really is.
What was the question?
Hey, who has a VCR anymore? I know. I have a VCR. I got a 4-head VCR. I went and tracked this thing down 8 years ago. I was looking to convert some VHS tapes, and I was like, a friend of mine who was a performer. He's 86 years old, so all of his stuff's on VHS, and he needed me to. So I found a VHS player, and that's how we have it. Anyway, very good.
Somebody asked me.
Any luck with Nancy Spilatro? Frank, stop asking. You're asking too many times. Holy cow, Frank. No luck. No luck. And I'm not. You know, who is it that
he made? He may do a spot with Antoinette Giancana, though.
So Antoinette Giancana.
Yes.
You brought her up now. So
yes.
let's talk about Anthony DiMartini. Hi, Anthony, if you're there. I don't know that you're there.
God bless you.
Yes. So hold on one second. There's two people I have to answer the phone. Are you okay, Mom?
I'm fine.
Let me call you right back when I'm done doing my live.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Love you.
Love you.
Sorry. Mom calls, got to check. All right. Mom calls, got to check. Anyway. All right. So no, you guys, it's not like everybody wants to be interviewed. People are like, whoa, Tony's brothers are so loud. Why don't you interview them? Do you think they want to sit down and talk about this? No, I mean, there's a certain, I guess, fascination and all.
There's emotions involved with the family.
Yeah. It's not, but Giancana.
There's emotions involved with me, and I'm not family.
Antoinette Giancana. So Anthony Martini did an interview with her. He was in Chicago, sat down, interviewed her.
It's right? On his channel.
And it's on, yeah. And the Anthony DiMartini show.
Yes.
Okay. So go watch that interview. This is the most recent interview done with Antoinette Giancana. It's the Anthony DiMartini show. Boom, there. I put it in the comments. You guys can just copy and paste that into your search bar, and it'll come up. You'll see his channel. So, yes, Mom always comes first. So, Frank, she's hurting for money. She might want to talk for a little compensation. So here's the thing, Frank. I got and everybody, like, I do this because I find it to be fun. Okay. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy making these videos. I enjoy sitting and talking to Red. I enjoy it. Okay. This channel, I don't make money. There's like not a lot of money to be made in this.
They need to go on the show. I'll tell you that.
Literally
asked him to.
I got to shut down tours to do this on Wednesdays, which I could be booking tours and making a lot more money. Okay. So I mean, everybody can use a little bit more money, Frank, but I would feel badly even doing that, saying, hey, here, let me give you money to, so I can make content to show. It doesn't feel right to me. So yes. Don Ciccio Di Porzalo. Thank you. Yes, you have to check out Michael Ingram. I saw the interview of Antoinette Giancana in her backyard. That's the one that Anthony DiMartini put together.
That was not in her backyard. They transported her there so nobody would know where she's at. But somebody told me that Anthony told me that they could get her to a studio or whatever, and she would be glad to do one with you.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I would like to do one. I think it would be very interesting, and I think that the viewers would enjoy seeing one. And if we can do that, we'll make it happen. In the meantime, go check out Anthony DiMartini's channel. Be sure to subscribe to his channel and watch he's creating such interesting content. And you guys, it's all about Chicago and Chicago history. Everything from the first police helicopter pilot who crashed, right, to it's just really interesting things that he's doing. So be sure to check
to walk around the spot, Kozo's place. Jimmy Kozo's place.
Yeah, he went to Jimmy Kozo's place. Anthony, you're here. Hey, good. Glad that you're here, buddy.
Hi, Anthony.
It would be really interesting. Yes, Michael Randolph. That's why it would be interesting, because the wives, the daughters, they have a different viewpoint that most don't see. It's correct. It's true. They have a very different viewpoint.
I have something to say, Adam. Somebody mentioned this in their comments. I'm reading it on the side.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Tony was more relaxed than Frank was. I mean, Tony really made himself at home at my place. If he wanted to get up and go to the refrigerator, whatever he wanted, he was there. He was like family.
Thank you, Scott H. Appreciate that. I've met Scott. He's come out here, and I took him around town. Much like Brett, just went around and showed him everything, and it was a lot of fun. Guys, we're gonna play a couple more minutes. Listen closely. Look for the vase that's sitting next to Red. That white vase. You'll see it in some of his other bedtime stories.
It's got little flowers coming out of it. They were artificial.
There's also a picture on the wall, which is somewhere you still have it, I guess. There's a couple of other decorations that are still sitting. Anyways, so this is the video. We got to start at the beginning, guys, but don't go anywhere if you just keep.
You don't get to keep that stuff if you go into witness protection. None of this stuff you could keep. You can't keep pictures, just like Frank described. He had to get rid of everything. U.S. Marshals make you get rid of anything that has a serial number on it.
You didn't have to get rid of these.
No.
So?
I'm lucky I found those.
Yeah, I know. We're all lucky. We're all lucky.
There may be more in the back room. I don't know.
There might be more. Well, let's Michael Graham, Red's like my old Italian relatives. They have the same damn vase and lamp 40 years later. It's
50
true.
Years later. 50 years later. I've got a bookcase sitting right here that's probably, I bought it in 1968.
Okay. It's been around for a long time. Wiki Paisan, being a North Sider with my family originally from Cicero, this is amazing footage. It is amazing footage, guys. That's why I need you to hit the like button, okay? So be sure to smash the like button.
Please, folks.
I might be doing it for fun, okay? But seriously, hit the like button. And here is the footage that we've been waiting to see. So let's roll that tape. There we go. Whoops, wrong footage.
I was going to say wrong tape.
That's wrong tape, wrong footage.
Rabbit out of my head.
That's what I'm talking. All right, here we go, guys. Frank Schweihs.
Say to Scott D. Jennings, today's date is April 14th, 1988. Installed a new tape on the Niagara and the VCR to record conversations between William R. Wemette, Leonard R. Cross, and Frank Schweihs. Mr. Wemette will put the time and date of each recording at the conclusion of the recording. Shut the tapes off now.
It's now 15 minutes to 12 on the 4th of April, or 4th of May, 1980. I'm talking to Frank Schweihs.
They're out there now. Everybody's fucking assholes. I'm in the statue, but the very fucking times, and they told me he's in Wisconsin, or something to say, so.
Really?
Yeah. I don't look at.
I told you, he told me he was going to Indiana one week, and
He's building something out there, addition or some homes or something where him and Jimmy Rittenberg got the fucking
I got a mate here.
that jukebox Saturday night or some fucking shit.
Where's me?
These guys get out right on the 30th? Yeah. Yeah.
Had her walk up the stairs or something. Guess you can't.
Yeah. So,
I want down.
what I'll do then, I have a roll, need a roll off, right?
I want to make the bar. I
You need a roll off here, right?
Yeah.
I'll make arrangements with somebody else then.
Right on the street. Right on the street.
Yeah, well, here, I know
It's
that.
right across my driveway on the street.
Yeah, but you gotta block that space out when I make the arrangements. Give me the phone over here, so I can call Lenny and Tom. I don't know where this asshole's at, Lance. You know what I'm gonna do? I wanna go see somebody else for the roll-off, but I'll call you a day. If I call you tonight or tomorrow and say, hey, it's gonna be there early in the morning, 6:30 or 7, you got the block,
You know where the yellow
the
marks?
joint off.
Remember the yellow marks are on my driveway?
Yeah. Actually, you still gotta put a car there and block it off. Yeah.
We'll block it. What about?
This guy needs like, he's gonna need the space where your driveway is, just to get the front end in. Yeah. Then drop the box, and when he comes back, he's gotta, so you gotta, leave that open for him. Yeah, I went over by his office 3 times. Petey's been trying to get a hold of him too, to do some work, and, he don't return no calls. He's got an answering machine on his motherfucker. He told you before. And then I bumped into somebody, and he says he's doing some fucking, doing something in Wisconsin, some houses or something out there, and doing something.
Okay, wait, Red. People are asking a lot of things in the comments. First off, what we're looking at is Nick Scarpa wants to ask: is he being surreptitiously recorded?
Yes.
And who ordered the I guess it's a wiretap or a recording cameras? Who
A
ordered
judge. A judge. It was court ordered by the U.S. attorney that I went to meet. Went to before the judge and got the court order. It took him like I don't know how many months to get it. From June of '86, or actually the end of June of '86, and we finally got the order. But then we had to get the equipment, and I didn't get up and rolling till January of 1987. But it was he did not know that footage was playing. I'll tell you that much. You should see the look on his face when they arrested him.
Well, what was his look on his face when you were sitting there in court and they were playing the footage for him to see? Really?
Oh yeah. Part of his family was there, and I described it in my book. His son was there, and he came in with a nice tie suit, and he was nice. The second day, he was like, the tie was off. The third day, the jacket was off, the suit jacket, and he had his leg up on the armrest. He's going like this. He'd never seen his father like this before. Never. So it was the side of the family that never saw him like that.
Okay. So that is.
I wrote about it in my book.
That's the explanation. But not everybody else says. That's why I'm asking it again. Tony Padula, my godfather. So Tony is related to Frank.
No, it's his godfather.
His godfather. Yeah, I thought he was related to. I thought it was his grandfather. Maybe I'm mistaken. I could be mistaken. Great uncle, I thought, but I could be mistaken. But it's his godfather, so he did know him. Tony, did you ever see? Because this is why I find this footage amazing, and that is, you never see these guys what they were like. These little short clips of like Tony Spilatro, walking down the street, going, "Hey, you're gonna get run over there." hold it back. You're going to, all these little things where you can hear their voices inside. It's people grab a hold of those. This is 3 hours of Frank going, yeah, Red, I got a size 38 waist right now. I need to lose some weight. I'm telling you, chicken and fish, that's what you got to eat. You can't be eating any of the steak. Just once a week with the steak. That's it. That's all you get. And the way he handles himself, the way he talks, the mannerisms, this is stuff you don't get to see. Padula, you're not related. Okay, but it's your godfather. So
Paulie, the dude taking off his jacket is Frank Schweihs.
Yeah, Paulie, yes, that's Frank Schweihs that's taking off his jacket. And that laugh, that was you laughing.
Oh, I laugh. I chuckle all the time. I got chewed out in court for that.
Okay. For chuckling?
Yeah.
In court?
Well, some things I thought were funny, so I can't help it. It's natural.
Okay. Sounds like every Chicago neighborhood guy I know. I'm waiting for him to call someone a jagoff, LOL.
He does. Trust me, he does. He says, that jagoff down the street.
Got it. Tony Padula, my dad was his good friend. He'd be over at my house all the time. Got it. Okay, so it was like, I had family friends that were close like that. Cindy, we miss you too.
Hi, Cindy.
I if you missed a bunch, don't go anywhere, because probably in about 10 minutes we're going to play through the entire video. I think we have about 6 minutes total. We'll play through all of it one last time before we get off the air. So stick around, Cindy. And yes, there Carmen. Oh, I'm not even attempting it. Carmen wants to say hello, Mr. Wemette. Good to see you on again.
Hello, Carmen.
So Keith Helton, how's it going? Andy Mack, what was he around for? Were you guys in business together or just friends? Again.
What happened was I had stopped paying because everybody died or they were in prison. And so Louis Eberle died, Louis the Mooch. And he used to send a guy around. And I don't know, we had some discrepancies on money and different things. And he told me, one famous thing he told me was, he said, you ought to be paying tax on that hot dog stand. Watch yourself. And I said, wait a second. And so when I got a hold of Frank turned around and says, yeah, he'll be opening up a hot dog stand in Alaska now. You won't see him no more.
Michael LaFigliola, sorry. Red looks nervous in the footage, I'm guessing. Must not have been a fun experience.
No, I was very relaxed. I was so used to him coming by, he would actually call me before he came by to make sure he didn't run into anybody. So I was very relaxed.
Homer said you seem calm.
I paced the floor a lot. I'm a pacer. And I got rid of my cigarette, turned on the lights. I was trying to remember things. I had to set up the stage, so to speak.
Yeah, it just seems like you're pretty nervous. Outfit boss, there were 6 F-bombs. Yes, that's what I counted was 6.
There's more than that.
There's a lot more than that. Okay, there's a lot more than that. So don't go anywhere.
As his attorney said in his opening statement in court, he said, my client has offended all of God's creatures. Don't try and convict him for that. State of the facts. And when they played the tapes, they were damning. They really were. These were no
Miss C. How's your day going? GTSY. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I have no idea. Really relaxed with the feds outside rat. Really relaxed with the feds outside rat. Joe Batters. Okay. How much did you have to give Frank each visit? That's a good question.
$1,100 a month.
$1,100 a month. Wow. Huh. During the 70s and 80s, what crew in Chicago brought in the most money? Gorin wants to know.
Grand Avenue.
Grand Avenue did. Okay.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That I think that answered your question, Michael. Lewis Cole. Yo, Adam and Red, I'm back. Were these tapes used in a lot of cases or in none? Good question, Lewis.
These tapes were not pertinent to what he was charged with. So they weren't played in court.
Okay.
They could only play excerpts of what he was charged with. His attorney said, I don't want anybody seeing these other tapes. You can play that. They argued that out in motions way before we went to trial.
Okay.
He was arrested on September 15th, 1988, and we went to trial in October of 1989.
Joshua Prince, it's glad to have you with here on a live show. It is good to see you. And Tony Padula, when I was a child, Frank Schweihs, this is, used to pull a few $100 bills and say, hit me in the face. If you could make me cry, the money is yours. Screw with him as a kid. That's hilarious. That's very, very funny.
Tony probably saw him in his natural settings like I did.
Andy Mack, Joe Batters, sorry, but guys with gangster names on here is the saddest thing since Bambi. Well, everybody has an opinion. I kind of like to hear the person's real name, but there's people like Outfit Boss who, what was the FBI agent doing in the beginning by the chair? The FBI agent. What was he doing when he went over the chair? Is that where you were turning on and off the equipment?
No, the equipment was facing Frank, but there was a backup Niagara recorder that was just a sound recorder with two mics on the side under the chair. So he would clip that on. So there was a backup audio recording.
And I believe when you were just out here while you were eating beef sandwiches, you told me that while we were sitting there eating beef sandwiches, you told me that the mic fell once.
Yes.
And you almost had a heart attack.
Yes. He put his hands back like this. He's leaning back in the chair, and there was a head, something to keep the chair clean from your hair. And so when he did, he brushed one of the mics, and it fell down on the side. And when it did fall down the side, I could see it, but he didn't see it. So I diverted his attention. I had a pistol on that coffee table, but it wasn't a real pistol. It was a lighter, and he thought it was a real pistol. So I picked up a cigarette, and I was pointing the pistol at him, and he said, "Whoa, what are you doing?" And I said, "Light my cigarette." And I went tick and lit my cigarette. He had a look at it. He never picked it up. He looked at it, and he said, "You had me going there for a while." He always thought I was a hitman. He always did. He always used to tell me something about your work. And I said, "Frank, I never talk about my work, ever. I don't do that." And he put his arm on my shoulder and said, "That's what I like about you, kid."
That's crazy. So, real quick question: were the Outfit guys were they Cub fans, or were they Sox fans?
He was a Minnesota Viking fan. Matter of fact, a couple times he had a cap on that said Minnesota Vikings. Was he a Cub fan? No, he was a Sox fan. Okay. He grew up in Bridgeport. He grew up in Bridgeport.
Wow. All right. So, guys, we are going to play the tape. We're going to play about 6 minutes. It's a total of about 6 minutes. We're going to do it here in a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. Hit the like button, okay, because it helps the algorithms in YouTube get this video out there.
Hit that like button.
Anthony DiMartini, please, everybody go check out Anthony's channel, okay? You want to see, just interviewed Antoinette Giancana, and he's making all kinds of awesome videos about Chicago history. You guys would love
videos. Fascinating.
Love his content. It's really good stuff. And he has a question: were the feds close by in case things went sideways?
No.
So Red,
it was like Mission Impossible. I was on my own.
Red's got a set like King Kong. That is true. To sit there with this guy, and Frank talked about Milwaukee in the beginning of this. Yes, he talks about Milwaukee. He sure does.
He said somewhere are joints up there. I got to go up there and take, I don't know, some business they had.
Right. Sorry, just had to put somebody in timeout. Okay, so Don Berlin. Hey, Adam. Guess what was here when I got back from the emergency deployment to Afghanistan? Pizza box number 7 of 250, autographed by Frank. Thanks, my friend. Also, I love the I Love Lucy check and the letter. I'm glad that you enjoy those, and thank you very much. That was the first I Love Lucy check that we've gotten rid of, so it's really nice of you. Okay, guys, we're not going to go anywhere. We're going to play the Frank the German Schweihs video. This video was taken by Red Wemette, and it was the court ordered by the strike force got the court order, correct?
From a judge.
From a judge.
Strike force went before a judge. The judge signed off on the court order, and that was it.
What about Fluky Stokes?
I tried to get some of these tapes from, they won't give them up. Jeff Cohn tried to get these tapes, who wrote Family Secrets. They wouldn't let him have them.
I'm telling you, this stuff right here is unbelievable. Frank Ferraro, play the tape, please. I'm going to play the tape. I'm going to play the tape. But first, this.
Yo, Bugsy, it says here they got something called the Vegas Mob Tour.
Yeah, Bobby, ain't you heard? It's all about our old friends Sam Giancana, Meyer Lansky, Mo Dalis, and of course yours truly, Bugsy Siegel.
Are you kidding? A mob tour about us?
Yeah, they take you to where we used to hang out and to all the places where we used to do our crimes.
You mean they expose all our secrets?
Yeah, but it's okay, because we ain't around anymore. So let's face it, we can't get busted.
Hey, you think we could sneak on board and check this out?
Of course we can. Forget about it. They'll never even know we're there.
Hey, Sean Penn.
Make sure you see, if you go out to Vegas, make sure you take that mob tour. There's things that Adam, you don't read them in books. I mean, there's information. He's a walking vault of information.
Thanks, Red. I appreciate that. You know, living in a town for this many years and being a tour guide and having to, you learn the history of the town, and there's a lot of fascinating things that people don't know. Tony Padula, the crazy thing, the people he extorted were so scared of him, they pretended to be his friends. Do you feel that's an accurate statement?
I think most of them, yeah. I wasn't afraid of them. As a matter of fact, there's videotape of me screaming at him. I mean, really screaming at him. And he would always just tell me, calm down, relax. And he'd get a big smile on his face.
Right. Barry Smith, Fluky Stokes. Fluky Stokes, he buried his son in a casket that looked like a Cadillac. That's what I know about Fluky. It was his son, right?
Yes.
Leo Menendez. Adam, can you put the tour on a live show? So that would be an interesting thing to do. Let's go drive around and do the tour live.
That's a long live show.
It would be a long live show, but it would also be pretty darn interesting to do. So I got to tell you guys that
when you're on the live show or when you're on the tour, there's a monitor, and he plays different. Adam plays different television stories that came out locally in Las Vegas and other things that you wouldn't normally see. I mean, I didn't, because they didn't go national. They only went to Las Vegas.
Right. And it's not just let's drive around sightseeing tour. It's like a show, because you get video, and you get this person telling that story, and then here's this place, and then here's this person saying this about it. It's really, really fun. I'm doing this a long time. So
I had an excellent time. Excellent time.
One other thing we did was we took a 360 camera and we put it on the seat, and we videoed Frank Collada sitting there and doing the tour, which is we did an extended tour. We went all over the places we wouldn't normally do. And that 360 camera, because it's sitting there, he's talking to it. We did that so that one day you'd be able to put a VR headset on and you feel like you're sitting right next to him in the vehicle and looking around out the windows at Las Vegas. And that's what we did. So that's going to be available too sometime. Don't ask me when, but that's going to be sometime soon. I think when VR gets a little more popular, because I did a poll on this channel once, and only like 5% of the viewers have a VR headset. So yeah. Joe Batters, why are you glorifying rats? Joe Batters, I'm going to tell you what this channel's about.
Joe?
And listen closely, Joe. This channel is about talking Chicago outfit history and preserving history and stories. So where these stories come from and who they come from, it's not up to me. All I do is go around and find people that have the stories. So Red has stories. I'm preserving the history by putting these stories here and leaving them here. If you don't like it, Joe, then don't watch the show. Go somewhere else and watch somebody else. Seriously. Don't waste time in my comment section, because then what I have to do is I have to put user in timeout again. So there you go. You got timeout again. Okay, guys, you ready to watch these tapes? Hit the like button. We're going to watch this whole thing through. So here we go. I hope that you guys enjoy this, and don't ask what we're going to do with the other 3 hours of this, because really we're talking about it and we aren't really sure what to do, to be honest with you. So check it out. Watch.
Say to Scott D. Jennings, today's date is April 14th, 1988. Install a new tape on the Niagara in the VCR to record conversations between William R. Wemette, Leonard R. Cross, and Frank Schweihs. Mr. Wemette will put the time and date of each recording at the conclusion of the recording. Shut the tapes off now.
It's now 15 minutes to 12 on the 4th of April, or 4th of May, 1980. I'm talking to Frank Schweihs.
Everybody's fucking assholes. I'm in the statue, and the very fucking things, and they told me he's in Wisconsin, or something to say, so.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what the.
I told you, he told me he was going to Indiana 1 week, and
He's building something out there, addition or some homes or something where him and Jimmy Rittenberg got the fucking
I got a mate here.
that jukebox Saturday night or some fucking shit.
Where's me?
These guys get out right on the 30th? Yeah.
Never work up prescriptions. Guess you can.
Yeah. So,
I'll wind down.
what I'll do then, I have a roll, need a roll off, right?
I want to yank the bar.
You need a roll off here, right?
Yeah.
I'll make arrangements with somebody else then.
Right on the street. Right on the street.
Yeah, over here. I know
It's
that.
right across my driveway on the street.
Yeah, but you gotta block that space off when I make the arrangements. Give me the phone over here, so I can call Lenny and Tom. I don't know where this asshole's at, Lance. You know what I'm gonna do? I wanna go see somebody else for the roll-off, but I'll call you a day. If I call you tonight or tomorrow and say, hey, it's gonna be there early in the morning, 6:30 or 7, you got the block.
You know where the yellow marks?
Join off.
You know where the yellow marks are on my driveway?
Yeah. You still gotta put a car there and block it off.
Yeah. We'll block it. What about?
This guy needs like, he's gonna need the space where your driveway is, just to get the front end in.
Yeah.
Then drop the box, and when he comes back, he's gotta, so you gotta, leave that open for him. Yeah, I went over everybody's off the street. Thanks, Petey's been trying to get a hold of him too. To do some work, and he don't return no calls. He's got an answering machine on his motherfucker. He told you before. Okay. And then I bumped into somebody, and he says he's doing some fucking throwing something in Wisconsin, some houses or something out there, and doing some work by the joint. He said he had a job he was doing on Lincoln Avenue. I went over there, they finished. They drove a couple doors for $2 Saturday night. They got the fuck out of there. So anyway. Oh, one other thing, son. I took the $1,100 out of my pocket and paid him. Because there was a little beef over that. Told you, January, February, March, right? He says, no, he goes for April, so I get the $1,100. They said, they never let you go a month in the river. It's always yes, okay? And that's for the fucker. How he explained it to me, how Louis had it set up. You were doing the first of every month. I set it for the 15th, right? They said when they come to collect the money previously, the 1st of December, that was for the month of December. When they come and collect it in January, it was for the month of January.
Yeah, they put me in a head instead of...
Okay, so when I come here and got it off you, it was supposed to have been 4 months. Picked up January, February, and March, right? So he says, no, so I just sit there and do it. I sit here. I don't make the rules and regulations with their voter keep or whatever other fuck. So I said, instead of giving them 33, I give you here's the 43. Now he ain't doing it till May the 15th. Do you understand? I said, I took it upon my own to say May the 15th. I said, you can't. The guy said he can't have it on the 1st, then don't pressure the man. It's the 15th of the month. So I haven't sat down. But nobody, I've been gone for 3 months too, you know. I said, don't go near this fucking guy and don't send no one fucking by him. That's it. I said, if I'm not here for 5 months, you're gonna wait 5 months until I come back to get the fucking money. I don't want no one going there. So I just give him 44 instead of 33. That was for we're there. In other words, when I went in with it, I paid you from April to May the 15th. So you owe me $1,100. And when you get it, you pay it to me. You don't have to give it to me. Just so you have, so I'll bring it in for. I got to get it off you to bring it in for the 15th. If I ain't here, then when I come back, I'll get it off you. That's all.
I start keeping some more around the cash.
All right, guys. So there it is. Pretty wild stuff. And again, that's just the first.
Deja vu for me.
Okay. So we don't know what we're going to do with these, but that's Lewis Cole. Let's answer some questions here. Ask Red, even though these tapes are incriminating, did Frank Schweihs have cops on his payroll? Joe the Clown Lombardo did.
Yes. Anything that Joe did, Joey, is it was part of the same crew. We were all protected by the same cops. They would come by, say hi, take care of us because it was part of the Grand Denardin crew.
Just the way Frank talks makes me nervous, Paulie said. Sean Pender, was Frank a short man? We talked about this earlier today, but he was
5'11".
There you go. Did you ever get him mad? Ever piss him off?
No, but I'll tell you what, that guy that you saw in the beginning, the FBI agent, he told me, he said, you ought to get him to take a swing at you because that'd look good on tape. And I said, are you out of your mind? I said, that's not my job description here. And he said, well, it's not mine either. Right. I said, why don't you go out? Let him take a poke at you.
Dave Grimpy, how come these tapes like these were never in color? Well, the technology in '88
have color then.
Well, they would have had color, but it wouldn't have been as clear, right? There was higher definition.
We didn't have color. The kind of units that we used, we didn't have color. The kind of equipment that we had, you couldn't get it in color.
Good question, JW. Lenny Cross, your business partner, did he know about these recordings?
Oh yeah, he knew everything. He sat down with agents with me. He sat down anywhere I went. It's just like my bodyguard when I came out to Vegas. Anywhere I went, he went. And that was it. He was always my backup. He had a piece on him all the time.
Mac, we're going to do that. We're going to definitely transcribe these and put closed captions at the bottom whatever we're going to do with them. I don't know what Red and I don't know what to say right now. But
Mike Byrne from the Past and Present News Articles and his Chicago outfit, Past and Present News Articles. He asked me about these in 2016, and I was going to try and get them actually, remastered. And he worked at a company, and he said, "Oh, they'd be so great if we could show them." So later on, I'll post this in Mike Byrne's room.
Okay, great. And we'll have to put chapters in the video so you guys can queue up to, if you want to watch the recording again, you'll know exactly where to start. Just look at the chapters in the description. Sounds like the FBI was willing to risk other people's lives, but not their own.
That's right. That's right. You're on your own. Go out there and do what you want to do.
How is that camera hidden that's recording them?
I had a rear projection TV that I got from Irv Kaplan and Kaplan's Appliances. And it was new at the time. They didn't have many of them. I think it was 50 inches. And rear projection TV is just a screen. It's a big box, but it's a screen. And behind the screen, where the projection things came out, the guns would post on the screen. Mm-hmm. I put a little tiny camera up in the corner that ran to the recorder. So I actually drilled a hole in the entertainment center to actually do that. And then I took the condenser mic and put it on the outside, because on the inside, when it was all, you couldn't hear anything. They didn't send any techs out. They wouldn't send any technical agents out. They said, "Oh, we're busy. We'll get to it in a few months."
Yeah.
And Scott looked at me and said, "Okay, I'll do it." And he started putting it together. And I said, "That didn't go work." We
Dazzling
made a lot of
Urban
ones before we did it.
Dazzling Urbanite, thank you very much for the that love, man. Appreciate it.
Michael, all you people. I want to thank. I didn't mention any of their names. You did, but I want to thank all you people. I enjoyed seeing your names and your comments too.
Red, you know what it is? Red missed last Wednesday. We didn't do this last Wednesday, so he didn't get his Redness Day fix. That's what it is. Michael Graham said, did Frank said he took money out of his own pocket and paid the money owed for your street tax?
Yeah.
Do you think he really paid or just told you that?
No, he just told me. He was pocketing all that money. Joe Ferriola was in charge at the time.
Okay.
And he picked up my phone that was sitting right there where the lamp was and said, yeah, okay, well, I'm handling this right now. I'm doing it my way.
Yeah.
And Joe was hungry for money. I mean, he raised everybody's taxes in those days, and bookmakers, whatever. And I want to say something too. This gentleman this guy that said that I was a rat, glorifying me as a rat. I never did this to bookmakers. I never did this to anyone that was just doing business. Murders, yes. People that murdered. That was my goal. And if you read my book, you'd know that.
How much were you paid to do this?
$1.63 a day. It was done in increments of like $25. But when I was on the witness stand, his lawyer, one of the lawyers, turned around and said, "How much did they pay you to get up and lie on the witness stand?" And I went, "Lie? I didn't lie." And so, "Well, how much were you paid by the good taxpayers' money?" And I said, "I don't remember. I really don't." So on recross, Mitch Mars came up. It wasn't Mitch Mars. It was another strike force attorney. Came up and said, Tom Knight came up and said, "How much does that actually work out to?" And he had the cheat sheet in front of him. And I said, "I really don't know." And he said, "Well, here's the amounts." And he gave a copy to the defense attorneys, and it was $1.63 a day. So every day, if you think I got paid thousands of dollars to do this, you're wrong. You're wrong. I did not.
So Joe Batters, really seriously, if you don't like the channel, go somewhere else.
Yes, sir.
He said, preserve history. Red's one of the guys that ruined the outfit. Look, Joe, the outfit, it did it to itself.
When Joey went to prison, it
did it to itself. Yeah, it
that was in '82.
Wayne Connors, how'd you become acquainted with these guys?
Oh, wow. These guys I met at American Bonding with Kurt Hansen. I also wrote about that in my book.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you know what? Mo says don't even respond to this guy. He's not worth it. I agree. Ted, what topic was your Joe Ferry? What out of topic? What was Joe Ferriola's reputation? Since you mentioned him, Ted N wants to know.
Ruthless.
Yeah. Okay.
He was an old timer that just he was who he was. He was the interim boss from what 87 to his death. And
right.
I think it was 89 or 90, something like that. He died. He died in Texas. He was getting a heart transplant.
Okay. So Red, we've definitely gone over a little bit today. Will Rajardo, thank you for the love. Yes, thank you very much. Appreciate that, buddy. That was really nice of you. Thank you very much. Wayne Connors, I'll check out your book. Thanks, Red. Guys, we're wrapping it up. It's been another Redness Day. It's been a lot of fun, but I got to get some more things done today. Red's got things to do. You guys have things to do.
An after show. I want to do an after show.
That's it. We'll do an after show. Let's get off of this. You guys want to check out, go over to Red's channel. We're going to go, I'll go live with you for a little while over there, Red. Okay. Let's do that. We're going to go over to Red's channel and we'll go live over there for a little bit. We'll carry on our talk and we'll talk a little bit more about Vegas. Thank you guys for watching all of this. David Grimpy, great show today. If you guys want to listen a little bit more, hang out a little bit more, guys, we're going to go over to Red's channel. We'll be over there shortly. But for now, it has been fun. Red, dude, it was awesome seeing you out here in Vegas. You know what I mean? You know, like, what are the chances? The next thing you know, we're sitting there eating beef sandwiches, right? Seriously, 3 days in a row, beef sandwiches, buddy. 3 days. Anyway, all right, we'll be over there, guys. Thank you all. Frank Ferraro, All Gold Productions, Scott H, D Capers, Deadbug Doug. You were around too. Glad you enjoyed it. Didn't see you all show until now. Dog Bite Compound, good show. Thanks, guys. Just really cool. Yeah, after party over here at on Red's channel. Go to Red Wemette. Type it in, search it out, get over there, and we'll see you guys over there in a few minutes. So see you guys shortly. It's been fun, Red. Mob Vlog.